Hello and welcome. My name is Mark Blatstein, the physician founder of Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service, White Collar Sentence Mitigation Solutions. Today, we're going to go into the first of four short videos on restitution, fines, forfeiture, and the Financial Responsibility Program. So that we're going to start today on the Financial Responsibility Program. You can read along with me. The BOP suggests that a minimum for participation in the Financial Responsibility Program is going to be $25 a quarter, an affordable amount for many. This comes right from their program statement. You do not want to use your commissary trust account as your bank, keeping thousands if you have a court order financial penalty. Why is that? Department of Justice would love to come in and take 75% right off the top. But the Bureau of Prisons is fighting that because they depend on your dollars being spent in the commissary. So that because they'll use those monies, they've already have that budgeted into their budget, some of it or most of it, just for staff. And so federal prisoners are allowed to spend $360 a month. You can spend more, but that amount's used for things like phone calls, emails, clothing, hygiene, etc. The BOP Financial Responsibility Program statement, which I just showed you the precursor to here, and I'll pull it up. You can see it on your own, but this is the actual program statement. All sentenced inmates with financial obligations are going to develop. You should develop a financial plan once you get into prison, but you should know about it before you actually surrender or arrive. Appropriate consequences will be incurred for persons who refuse to participate. Having this refuse status in your file will be held to the same FRP, Financial Responsibility Program restrictions, equal to the lowest housing, no special purchases, and you're not going to be eligible for community-based programs. And I'll go into that shortly. An inmate will be considered to have limited financial resources when he or she does not have enough institution earnings or trust fund accounts deposited to make the minimum payment of $25 a quarter. Defendant's obligation to pay the special assessment ceases 5 years after the date the judgment has been imposed. So if you have a very long sentence, then that would apply. Inmates who fail to pay these assessments during that 5-year period, the payments can become absolved of this responsibility per that particular code. The amount you end up paying, either monthly or quarterly, this is why you need to have a relationship or begin to set up a relationship between you and your case manager and unit team. For example, if you think you're going to take in several $100s a month, it can be $300 a month, $500 a month, and you want to go in thinking that you want to go in with the attitude that you're going to offer to make a payment plan, and it can range from $50 to $75. Maybe that's a month, maybe it can be a quarter. It just depends how much money you think you're going to be taking in. If you're bringing in thousands of dollars a month, you may want to seriously consider offering $200 to $300 probably a month. But if you have no financial penalty, you can do whatever you want, and you can bring in thousands. You can have a lot of money just mailed into the Federal Bureau of Prisons has a lockbox, and you have nothing to worry about. But if you have a financial penalty and you're taking in a lot of money, and you're refusing to pay anything, or you're really putting up a fight and only willing to sign a financial plan and offering to pay a minimum, the Department of Justice really wants to take 75%. And while it hasn't happened, it's not beyond them, unannounced, like for you to look at your inmate trust fund account and all of a sudden have it drop from thousands of dollars to zero. So don't be surprised. Forewarned is forearmed. I wouldn't use your inmate trust fund account as your bank account. Institutional monthly, quarterly, repetitive withdrawals. These are repetitive withdrawals from your inmate trust fund account that will be used for all inmates who elect to make these financial payments, and will be made once each quarter during the last month, or each quarter, for example, December, March, June, September, for example. Effects of non-participation. The inmate will not receive any furloughs other than for emergency or medical. You will not receive any performance pay above the maintenance pay level or any kind of bonus or vacation pay. You will not be permitted to participate in any activities outside the secure perimeter, such as speaking engagements. If you're entitled to UNICOR, you will get it if you're interested. You will be subject to a monthly commissary spending limit of just $25, excluding purchases of stamps and telephone credits. You will be quartered in the lowest housing status. You will not be benefit for participating in RDAP, meaning that normally you will get up to a year off of your sentence. That will no longer happen. You will not benefit from any of the First Step Act early release benefits. You may not benefit from good time credit. I just said may not have access to some of the First Step Act programming, and the inmate score on responsibility on the custody level classification form will be readjusted to 0. And here I have I'll bring it up so you can see it. This is their custody level classification. And so this concludes as to the importance of you really want to seriously consider participating in the financial responsibility program if you, in fact, you want any chance of attempting to get out of prison at the earliest possible time. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen.